What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T's, the Get Right Podcast. We back. Season 7, man. We rolling, man. And of course, you already know. Never rolling solo. Got two homies with me. Rod, the Brain Trust. What's good, bro? What's the 3 words?
What up, though?
Yes, sir. And the people that love to hate to love. He's on time today, ladies and gentlemen. The boy DC, what's good?
It's your boy DC in the place to be. Shut it down. I messed up my intro. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DC in this thing.
It's a whole new year, bro.
You threw me off with that with T because normally you were like, yeah, Mr. Biscuit. You kind of throw out some stuff, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I can do it this time. And I didn't fumble the bag. But hey, guys, it's me.
Speaking of fumbling, man, the NFL playoffs, man, it's soon to be on the way, man. Week 18 is wrapping up soon. I hope the Falcons don't fumble. We know the Cowboys already fumbled.
Yeah.
Rod, it's all on you, bro. It's all on you, bro.
Pretty much.
It is all on you, man, with the Lions, bro. They got a big one tonight.
Yeah,
you know it's dope
when
they slide it, when they change the time. It makes time. You know it's about that action, bro. They say, nah, this game mean too much. Y'all gotta play tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Huge.
How you feeling, man?
I feel good, though.
Man, I see you got the Lions gear on, bro. You repping, man. The wife doing the same thing. It's go time. I don't know, bro. I think they'll win this game. I know because obviously I'm not the locked in fan. I'm just worried about that defense, man. With everybody hurt for the playoff push. I don't know. You asked me this question a month ago. I'm like, oh, bro, they going to the Super Bowl easy, and that was before like 8 other people got hurt. Now,
well, we act like that every team that makes the Super Bowl just have outstanding defense. It's not the case.
Right.
All Tom Brady teams didn't have defenses. The reality is you just got to have bend on brick mentality. And if I can hold you to 3, you can move. I don't care if you got 1,000,000 yards. If I can hold you to 3 in that red zone, and then we score our points, it's a recipe for success. So I ain't looking for no shutouts. I'll just hold you to the minimum amount of points and then key turnovers. So
yeah.
Right. And if we get that 1 seed, you got home field advantage. And it's only 2 games you got to win to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
2 versus 3 is huge. So we'll be ready to play tonight. And, hopefully we get it because we haven't had a bye since week 5. It would be nice to get this bye in. Go ahead and get 2 games at home. And, let's go. And I'm more concerned about the bye and the 2 games, playing 2 games versus 3 versus, just having home field. Because realistically, we've won every away game this year. We lost 2 home games.
Oh, shout out. Yeah, undefeated.
Yeah, that's right.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated
Detroit
season.
killing it on the road.
On the road. Undefeated season on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I think that defense, that defense is going to bend. That defense is going to bend for sure. The quote, swagoo, Marcus Pierce. It's funny saying this, but this is the reality we in for the last 2 years. You going to have to go in the shootout with Detroit. Whoever thought you had to go in the shootout with Detroit? You going to have to score 40. Like, you got to have a shootout with them boys, which is crazy because their offense is, whew. So, like you said, the defense, the defense could give up 28.
Mm-hmm.
Shit,
You know what's
Lions
crazy,
the Lions can and have done it consistently, put up 40.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at it. Detroit is the highest scoring offense in the NFC.
I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Was it
I didn't realize that.
Was it 33, 35, something like that?
Well, I'm looking at total points. I'm just looking at the standings.
Yeah.
And they scored a total of 533 points this year. So I don't know what the average is, but it's more than anybody else in the NFC.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the offense is potent. So many different weapons that you have on the
Actually, in
offense.
the NFL, bro. My bad, Rod. It's the
Yeah.
whole NFL. I
Yeah,
was
they,
thinking maybe the Ravens might have scored more points, but
no, they
no,
have not.
they have not.
No.
Yeah, so now
31.
Detroit is the highest scoring offense in the league right now.
31 a night. 31 a
Tripping.
night.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, I don't know, man. I'm just worried about that defense, man, a little bit.
I mean the same Lions defense. Obviously, you had Hutch and a couple other pieces last year,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like the defense was stellar last year. They still made a run. We definitely want to improve in the back end. Now it's time for we're getting a lot of people back on the back end. It's just about the pass rush, right? That's really what's been missing. Somehow generate a pass rush without blitzing. Like that's all you need. Again, I don't care if you move the ball. It's like holding the field goals, right? Bend don't break.
Yeah. We'll definitely see, man. Definitely good luck, you know. Whew. Yeah, I get butterflies. Just thinking about it, like, man, just everybody's so, battered, man. But everybody's hurt. We know that. We talk about this all the time. Everybody's hurt. Towards the end of this year versus playoffs. Nobody's 100%. No one's feeling like how they felt in July, in August. Ain't no way. That's not happening.
And that's the difference. I know DC posed a question about NFL players sitting. That's the difference. It could kind of be a catch-22 because sitting out in the NFL can cause rust pretty quickly. We've seen many times where someone gets a extended time off, like let's say we'll go Saquon in this instance, right?
Yep.
Do they got a first round? I don't think they get a first round. But let's say they were going to get a first round by sitting out this game. Now you have 2, maybe 3 weeks of time where you're really not in game action. It takes a little bit to get started, like especially when you have been in the groove. Like it's easy to get out of the NFL versus NBA. And there's so many damn games in the NBA that if you miss 1 or 2, it's not as detrimental as the NFL where you have 17 games in a season. 17 for a reason. Should be 16 against, an extra game. But NFL want their money. Roger wants his money, so whatever. But it's a toll on your body. So I get sitting out. I'm not for or against it, but definitely if you need some rest. And again, Lions haven't had it since week 5. I think that's the longest stretch that any team in the NFL has had this season. Yeah, it would be nice to rest some of those guys that are banged up because everybody's banged up.
Yeah.
Let you know or not, you got some injuries.
Oh, bro, yeah, you nicked up, bro.
You know what I mean? Or you hurt, I should say. What they say on the
program, class
program. Are you hurt or you injured?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm okay with the sitting out. I thought it was kind of, they could have let Saquon get that, or at least attempt to get that record. You don't get those opportunities all the time, but I get it that you want fresh and there's a bigger goal. So
yeah, I think also what's different about the NFL is it's less about the players. Like, yeah, we know Saquon Barkley, we know, we know all the players and whatnot, but with football, I think it truly is more about the team. You know what I'm saying? Than the players. Mostly because you don't see faces. You know what I mean? Like we're on the field, you just see a bunch of guys kind of slamming into each other, so to speak. Versus with basketball, you could be courtside, not even courtside, but you can make out facial features. You can see, oh, that's Wemby. Oh, that's LeBron. That's you know what I'm saying. So it is different. I don't think it's the same. And then to your point, you don't see guys sitting week 8 just because. You know what I'm saying? They sit. It's always going to be towards the end of the season.
Yeah, when it's a meaningless game, as someone calling them, air quote that one. When it's a meaningless game, it's like the risk versus the reward. Do I risk? Because it's definitely a higher odd, and I don't have a statistical fact about this, but I would think that it's a higher odd if you're getting injured in football versus basketball.
There are more injuries in basketball, but the injuries in football are more severe.
Season-ending injuries.
Yeah.
Like it's easier to blow out a hammy or get something even worse like ACL. Like I seen my guy Davis Warren get a ACL tear in his bowl game. You know what I mean? So it's easier to have those type of injuries in football versus basketball, and there is no 6 week recovery for that. You know what I mean? At the end of the season, like I'll give you an example. Everyone was mad. We'll say it was split. There was a good number fans that were angry at Dan Campbell for not sitting players versus the 49ers. Dan
Yeah.
said, bro, we're trying to win. Yeah, is it a risk that you get injured? It's football. So I get both sides, but if you, let's say, what's the one position you can't go without? Quarterback. Let's say your
Mhm.
quarterback get hurt or something in week 17 in a game that really has no indication of if you make the playoffs or not, or seeding or whatever, just playing just to play. Now you just screwed for the rest of the playoffs because you decided to, risk it all and be a tough team. So I get both sides, but yeah, when you can rest your starters, rest them.
I'll add something else when you talk about injury risk. Maybe think about is Thursday night football. I like it as a fan, but if we're talking from a safety aspect, looking out for the players, I think Thursday night football is terrible.
Yeah,
For
short
the
weeks,
3
man.
days rest. 3 day
yeah,
rest.
yeah, the short rest. I mean, Thanksgiving is one thing, but to make it a weekly thing, and again, I don't know the numbers, but I would think that the risk of injury has gone up, or even the actual number of injuries maybe has gone up since the introduction of TNF.
Yep. I agree.
I would think so.
And it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not.
It's too much money.
It's
bro.
not, bro. It's too much money.
It's too much
It's some money, man. They signed that big ass deal with Amazon.
Yeah.
They signed a huge deal with Amazon, and I think it's
Shout-
10 years.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to Amazon too.
yeah.
Amazon does have the best visual of all
Yeah.
sports networks, I would say.
Their interaction is amazing. The content is great. And we're speaking from it as a viewer because we're not running 15 to 20 miles an hour against somebody. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? We're not gliding like that. And so that, I mean, even the players said it. I mean, like when they, Rod, to your point, 17 games now, right? The players didn't agree to that. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't all in on it, but of course, I mean, and shout out to them and the Players Association and all that. They getting a cut of that now. They getting a cut of this TV stuff. But yeah, bro, like just for that, yeah, we got another 8 years of this with Amazon, man, because in 2021 they signed an 11-year deal.
Okay.
So we got another 8 years of this. So whatever happens after that, which I think they're probably going to extend, or it's going to be another platform coming up in the next 5
Exactly.
years.
Yeah.
It's not going to go.
Yeah. I agree. One thing I'll say about the league, shout out to Roger Goodell, is making the NFL accessible. And what I mean is, if you compare it to the NBA, NBA ratings have been tanking for years, and I think this year in particular is very bad. I think that's like a 20% dip or something like that in ratings. But bro, it is hard to watch an NBA game. Like, I mean, like you have to. They're on so many different cable networks or different streaming platforms. You got to spend so much money just to watch a game. Whereas NFL, you got Amazon Prime, but I don't know the numbers, but it just feels like everybody got Amazon Prime, bro. Like I don't know anybody who doesn't have Prime. Actually, I know one person that doesn't have Amazon Prime, and I'm like, why? But like everybody has Prime, everybody has
I will say,
network.
I don't have Prime, but I have access to Prime. So I don't have my own personal Prime, but I have access to Prime.
I feel you. Well, maybe it's less people have Prime than I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could just be but I would think that a lot of people have Prime, not even just for
from
TV,
the shopping aspect, yeah.
Right, from the shop, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just more accessible, and I feel like that's one thing that Adam Silver needs to do is, bruh, stop. Honestly, the TNT losing the contract, I think, was a great thing, and the fact that they kept the Charles Barkley and Shaq and them. I can't think of that crew, but they're still
inside
gonna
the NBA.
Inside the NBA. They're just moving to I think ABC. I think that's one of the best things. Get the NBA off cable, especially these days. A lot of people don't have cable. I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in, bruh, it's been probably at least 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Since I've got different streaming things and whatnot, but there's a lot of stuff I miss. I just don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
that
anyway,
you just said it. I don't care anymore. And so the NBA has put fans in a position to not care anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just said it yourself. I don't care. I'll just wait till the playoffs. Because I can watch it on TNT and ABC and yada yada yada. Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about the All-Star game. We can go there too. Like it's gotten to the point as we as fans just don't care anymore.
And I think to also piggyback off your point, even though it's not accessible, I think even if it was accessible, the attention span of the average person nowadays is much less than what it used to be. Now, that's a statistical fact in DC.
It is. It is a fact.
But
it's a fact.
From awareness, I believe the attention span is lower. So
big time.
Somebody watching 82 games, bro, like that's just too many. It's overwhelming for most people. Part of the reason I don't watch baseball, one, it's not that entertaining to watch baseball on TV unless it's the playoffs. And a game is a different story.
It's better live.
Watching it on TV is rough. But they're playing 100 and something games as well, like 167 games, bro. If I see that number, I'm like, why watch it, bro? Like, I don't care. Like, that's too much. Now, if they're in a race for something at the end, maybe you'll tune in more. But like 82 games, especially when there's a play-in tournament now. Really, I mean, you don't even have bottom seeds anymore because they even have opportunities. If you're in the 9th and 10th seed, you still have an opportunity to make the playoffs. Like, why waste my time watching y'all when y'all suck most of the year? At the end, make a 10 seed and then interested. So I think the attention span of watching 82 games on a regular, multiple teams is just not there. Like they got to find a sweet spot to shorten the seasons, but they're not going to do that for monetary reasons and stuff. You're not going to do it. But I think that's part of it.
Yeah. And we talked about this way back a little bit early in season 1, man. We talked about this because I know Rod, he was like, I can't get jiggy with the baseball. And I was like, it's fun to watch live, and I know you agree to that. But those 162 games is really based off monetary reasons, man, because, you fill up more seats. And, with baseball, the money is crazy. Man, I wish I would have played baseball so I can make $40 million a year like that.
Yeah, there's no salary cap.
Like easy work, right? And so how do I amend paying DC $40 million? Well, out of these 162 games, I know I'm going to make it back. Not just all the jersey sales and everything else, but, I mean, we filling up seats in those arenas, you know what I'm saying? Because baseball is one of the most sold out sports. Again, like you said, we all agree it's better to watch live. Obviously, and then baseball, you don't see it that much, which they're smart. They say, you know what? We're just going to put most of this shit on Fox.
Yeah.
We're gonna streamline it. Most of this shit on Fox. You're going to enjoy it. And whatever network you're on the West Coast, you're going to see the games on the West Coast. You're on the East Coast, you'll just see the games on the East Coast. If you want to watch more games, then buy the MLB package. But if not, cool. We got you, though. We got you on Fox. We got you there. And then if there's like playoffs, right? Okay, ESPN, they come holler. But still, playoffs are still, you can watch it on Fox to the folks who don't have cable. So you still have that streamline. So MLB, smart. Shout out to them for finding the streamline. And then I think you said, Roger Goodell with the games in the NFL, one of the things they've been doing with a lot of money is, I mean, Roger Goodell's been going on his David Stern shit because now they're going global almost they've been going global the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Continue to go
games
global.
in London and stuff like that.
And they're expanding though. You remember it was just London. Man, it was just in Germany. And anybody who remember NFL Europe, that was nostalgic because they played where they played the NFL Europe games. They was in Brazil this year. Like literally in Brazil. They're going to Mexico. They're going to be going to some other countries. They're going to Canada. They're expanding. They're hitting that global reach. With basketball, yes, the global reach has gotten there, but no one's interested anymore because one, the style of the game has changed. Is there too many games? You can argue that, but players just don't. Players are resting themselves. So you got me, DC. We all talk about, man, let's go to a game, bro. Man, the Lakers coming in town. But then we find out LeBron and AD resting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's killing the game. And I know they trying to put rules in, like you got to play 60 games or something to make all NBA to be eligible and all of that. Some of the players ain't really tripping on that, bro. because they already got the bag.
Yeah. Well, I think what's going to end up happening is, and the players, they're going to feel it because the players have so much leverage in the NBA, which is great, you know what I'm saying? But they have so much leverage that it has hurt the product in the way that they approach the game, their attitude.
Mhm.
So what's going to end up happening is whenever it's time to renegotiate terms,
Yeah.
the owners are going to have the upper hand because they're going to be like, look, ratings have went down since such and such year. There ain't enough money to go around. We need to change the rules, and players, y'all better get on board because we got the data to prove it. Everybody knows ain't nobody watching basketball like that anymore, you know. And so I don't know when the next collective bargaining agreement is,
Yeah,
but
me
in
neither.
all likelihood, that's where we're going to see some wholesale changes, hopefully for the better.
I think the CBA, when that happens, I also believe you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. We all have heard that saying, right? What's going to happen is, I believe, and we're seeing it, we all said it, the world's catching up. You're going to see more international players being the face and faces of their teams and leagues. And we, as the arrogant U.S. Americans, are going to be like, whoa, how dare you? And then it's going to be like, well, we've been telling you the last 5-6 years, it's not the product. Now they're going to have to fight to get it back. And it's going to happen on the world stage. It's going to start with the Olympics. It's going to start with world championships. The U.S. is about to start going through a drought, bro. I really believe that, bro.
It's starting with, because I believe at this
started
point,
with Giannis. Be honest.
Well, with a more so of that domination that you're talking about. Like Giannis was cool, but he wasn't like, you wouldn't say that Europeans were dominating because of Giannis. But at this point in time, we could say that Europeans are starting to dominate, especially with Wemby. I don't know about y'all, but like I don't really watch any Wemby games. I don't really watch any basketball games, but I watch highlights. And bro, Wemby highlights are crazy, bro. Like it is nuts. How this man is 7'5" and just pulling up from three like Steph and hitting them. Like you gotta guard this man from 40 feet out. Like that's just unheard of. So the only thing is he plays for the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a small market team. It's kind of a boring team. We know how Coach Pop is, the way he plays, which is great if you're a purist. But I'm talking from an entertainment standpoint. I'm talking from about cheeks and seats. Interested to see what happens. But I believe that Wemby probably could be the one to turn things around. I think two things. LeBron's got to go, just because I do believe there might be a little bit of viewership fatigue. He's just been in the game for so long. It's almost like, I hate to say it, but it's almost like Drizzy Drake. He's been on top for so long. People are just waiting for him to kind of get knocked off his pedestal a little bit. I think that's happening with Bron. You just got to kind of move out the way for the new class, because this has never happened. Like we've had players play a long time, but like people I can't think of anybody who's ever started on their 20th or 21st year.
I was going to just say
Vince
that.
Carter was coming off the bench. I think
John Sally, Robert Parrish, Kevin Willis. Just the name of other people who played over 20 plus years. They were not the guy that we just seen. We seen them on the bench, but oh boy.
I can think of maybe two people that played a long time. Kobe, and he got his retirement tour, and I think Dirk was a starter.
Another 20.
Yeah, he started in year 20, but he wasn't making anybody's highlight reel like LeBron, you know. But
year 22.
22?
Yeah, we are at year 22 now, and so.
Wait, are we talking about Dirk? Or are you talking about Bron? Okay,
year 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree with you. I'd say Bron should have retired a couple of years ago after he got the scoring title. He could have left. Obviously, I'm gonna still appreciate him. I think viewers have trying to watch LeBron and make him be the face. So it is a good comparison to Aubrey Graham, bro. Speaking of that, Aubrey dropped a freestyle. An Irish freestyle.
Yeah.
Talking about yours truly, James, man.
It was Drake being Drake. We talk about this all the time. Drake's gonna be Drake. He can be petty. He can be very sensitive at times. This was the sensitive side, because who the hell cares, bro? Like, I mean, like, like, I don't know. And again, I don't know whatever relationship they had in the past. Obviously, you know, he was a guest on the shop. I know, Rod, you talk about that all the time, how it seemed like LeBron kind of sunned him, and that reel has been circulating for years since. The thing is, it was just, I did too. It could have been worded differently, but LeBron's gonna say what he says, and it is what it is. But I just think, like, are you writing him a love letter? Like, why
the
are
whole
you?
thing wasn't about LeBron, bro.
I
he gave him
mean,
a couple bars, but it wasn't
yeah.
freestyle about LeBron.
He gave, but why though? That's what I'm saying. Why put that energy or effort into that? You know what I'm saying? Like, have that conversation.
It's called Fighting Irish, man, and you know who the Irish, like the LeBron. That's his high school.
Yeah, we knew what it was.
Honestly, I didn't put that together.
It was a play on. It was a play on St. Mary. Yeah, it was a play on St. Mary, St. Vincent. His high school. Okay, but bro, bro, have them conversations.
I gotta listen to it again now. I did not put that together.
Yeah, see, now you not. But have a conversation.
It was a jab at DeRozan too. You know what I mean? I think DeRozan
it was at both of them, bro. We already know the jab was at DeRozan and the stuff that he's been doing since when the Kings visited Toronto, all that. But bro, have those conversations offline. So like, have that conversation with that.
But that's not Drake, bro. That's not Drake, man. That's not Drake. Drake puts his emotion in his music, and I'm not gonna knock him for it. You know what I mean? Because that's who he is. It's not like it's something new. He's always. And
it made him hundreds of millions of dollars.
No, that's why I said he can be petty, he can be sensitive, and this was the sensitive side, bro.
So I feel different, man.
This was Marvin's room right here.
Honestly, I feel different, bro. I did not see it as, I guess you could see it as sensitive, bro, but if it were, maybe I am light-skinned, but if I were Drake, I would probably feel some kind of way about Bron as well. You know what I'm saying? If we was really tight like that. Like, bro, if somebody, like, clowns me in front of hundreds of millions of people, right? And then this person does a whole special clowning me in front of hundreds of millions of people and my homeboy, and this is happening, and then I see T and Rod in the stands cheering on, bro, I'm gonna feel some kind of way, bro. And I think y'all would too, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now, would you go and make a whole song about it? I don't know, but...
it depends, man. It depends. And again, maybe this is Detroit coming up, but like, we've all had homeboys on both sides that beef with each other. Like, I've been cool with people that didn't rock with other people, and it just was what it was. You know, we got together, some shit gonna go down. They ain't gonna get together, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
I look at it like this: like, Bron has always promoted Kendrick's music, like where they in the shop talking about "You would never disappoint me" and stuff. Do I got his jersey number tatted on me or something like that? Or does Kendrick have his jersey number, face, or whatever the hell it is tatted on him? No, which is weird. I always thought that was weird in the first place, but whatever. That's another story for another day. So I get Bron's perspective, and to his credit, he was trying to be discreet, but I guess when you 6'8" and LeBron James, there's no discreetness behind it. But if Savannah say, "Yo, we going to the pop-out, bro. We going to the pop-out," like, that's, you make wife happy, bro. Like, I get it. He didn't jump on stage. He wasn't Russ and
Russ and D-Rose did.
You know what I mean? He was, I don't know. I don't even think Russ and him had a relationship, so that's, like, who cares? But I think Bron, like, he didn't jump on stage. He's always been a Kendrick fan. He's supported his music throughout his career. He's always promoted it. So I get, like, if I'm in between, like, I don't want to get in between in that. I just want to enjoy the music. But yeah, it depends on, like, what their relationship really was. I don't know, because Hollywood is Hollywood, bro. So I don't know I don't take any relationship as being solid, you know what I mean? So but I'm not mad at him for feeling a way about it. I'm not mad at him for writing a song and strip pretty fast, but I thought it was dope. Like, Drake is one of those guys, like, I'm not gonna say lyrically he's the best, but he can put words together, and he can ride a beat like no other. It's funny too. Side story, you know, when Twitter go crazy, but they was going in on, like, man, can you get this man a different rhyme scheme and stop having him rhyme shun with shun? Because you know he likes to rhyme the dedication, preparation, and he'll rhyme it for a long time. But you had that going around Twitter, and then you also had that, man, he picked the wrong day to drop that because this LaMelo Ball song is going crazy, which is hilarious too. But I thought Drake was showing that, yo, I'm still the guy who can give you bars.
He barred up.
I'm mad at him.
Yeah, I felt very similarly, man. I thought I liked the song. It was cool for what it was worth.
Yeah.
Probably my biggest takeaway is, again, I was coming creeping kind of like you, Rod. And my biggest takeaway is the negative comments have not been as lopsided as it was earlier. Because Drake
Mm-hmm.
never stopped dropping music. He did the
Mm-hmm.
1,000 gigs or 100 gigs or whatever.
Yep.
He put out some songs that I thought were slaps. But if you go to
I agree.
social media, anything he did was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was killing them, bro. No
Yeah.
matter how dope it was. And this song dropped, and I would say this is not the best of all the
Mm-hmm.
little Lucy's he's dropped, but I
Yeah.
would say the love and hate might have been maybe 50-50, maybe
Mm-hmm.
60-40 hate, maybe 60% hate, 40% love. Whereas before, it was like 100%
All
hate,
hate.
or maybe
Yeah.
95% hate. You know what I'm saying? So what it tells me is the world might be getting ready to embrace
Which
Drake
is,
again.
you know what? Which is interesting because 100 gigs was pre-lawsuit talk. Obviously, it's not a lawsuit yet, but that was pre-lawsuit talk. And this
Yeah.
is post-lawsuit talk, which you saying is getting a little bit better review after that, that's interesting to me. Like you would think it would be reversed.
I think it's one of those things where time heals all.
Always, always.
Because I don't think people really care about the lawsuit. Like, yeah, that shock value, oh, that's we okay, but let's
Hmm.
go about our lives. We don't really care. This lawsuit don't
Yeah,
affect us. We don't really care
That
about
part.
UMG.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? We don't care
yeah.
about this giant. So it was like it was a good punchline for 72 hours. But now we don't care anymore.
We don't care.
You know?
Hey,
It's
hey,
still, it's
UMG,
still,
unless you want to sign the Get Right podcast, holla at us, bud, or not. Yeah, it didn't affect us.
yeah.
It did affect us, bro.
UMG pulled that song quick though.
Yeah, they did.
Thinking back to it, I think the 100 gigs make more sense now. I didn't know what he was doing with that, but I think it make more sense now that he was pursuing some sort of lawsuit. It's like, I want to get the music out, show my buzz is still there. And again, I've said it throughout the year, Drake is still going to be Drake, right? Is he going to move the units that he used to move? Probably not. And I don't know if that's because of the beef. I just think, like you just said about Brian, bro, like people are just tired.
Fatigue.
Tired.
Mhm.
Like, how much emotion can I have? Like, Drake is an emotional dude. Like, it is no knock to him, but when you start winning so much at being this emotional type, like, the thugs be punching the air, bro. Like, man, somebody get this dude out of here, man. I'm
Yeah.
tired of this guy. You know what I mean?
I love that analogy, though.
Like, and every moment has to run its course, bro. Like, there has to be balance in the world, and if you don't take the time to balance it out, the world will balance it out for you. So it was a cool look. I think it was not a cool look, but it was a cool freestyle. I would have liked to hear it in his final product, where I could actually hear his
Mhm.
beat and hear him on it. But I thought it was cool for what it was. Like, would it be something that even if he dropped it, I would listen to constantly?
Nah.
I thought, you know what I mean, for the world to see that he can still rap. And I think that's been the biggest knock on Drake for
Yeah.
years is he just don't rap enough sometimes. And when he raps, like, it's good. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not going to say he's the dopest with, his the lyrics and they're just not complex, but
Nah, he can
he's
rap,
good.
bro.
He's
Yeah,
good.
he can really rap. Like, there's no facade about
Yeah.
that. If anyone
Yeah.
thought, like, he can really rap.
Yeah, even if it's written by somebody else, his delivery is nice, And again, when you're talking about music, who cares? Like, that's only the talk for MCs and man, you gotta be this and have that to be an MC, which is cool. Like, I'm not gonna consider you the best MC, but as a rapper, bro, like, I can't say I like Kanye West and then turn around and be like, oh, I hate Drake because he has writers. Now, granted, Drake's bars are leaps and bounds above anything that Kanye does. Even, when Kanye used to rap, Kanye was nice with the raps, but it was never what Drizzy can do.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm excited to see what 2025 brings for music because
Same.
2024 delivered.
Did
2024
it? Did it not?
Yeah.
Woo.
It did deliver. I don't think 2025 is going to be as good. It's just generally things happen in waves. Like, so 2023 was trash, right?
It was.
From a musical perspective. 2024 super lit. 2025 is going to be subpar.
So you say how? Man, okay. So there's that. So that's like a lack of consistency from hip hop. Then, if we're talking about that, right? And so, as I say that, Rothstein, Stan, you listen to the show now, bro. You gonna have to comment. Hey, you gonna have to pull up, cause he told us what was 2024 his outtake and his outlook on it, and he was right.
Yeah.
I wonder if he feels like that too. As well. I'm actually more on the positive side. I think 2025 will be if not as great, it will be consistent. With the music. I believe so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just think so. I think so. We're gonna have some good stuff coming out, man. Like we got more Kendrick stuff coming out. We got J. Cole on the way, man. We still got some of the ladies cooking. I think 2025 should be a consistent and productive year.
You lost me with
it might be good if Cardi drop, but she ain't.
Why you say lost you with the lady? I'm telling you, bro. Like it's gonna be some stuff, man. I think so. But speaking of music, real quick, and we talked about the bars and everything, man. I know we got our own, our private text we share with the audience sometimes. But DZ, I know you sent the message about like with Yayo and how he spoke about Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Just how he support and uplifts everybody else, but he don't get that credit. I think when he really got, I'm air quoting, the credit was the Renegade verse with Jay, and everybody knew that. Like he bodied him. We know that.
Yeah.
Whether Jay you're a fan or not, we all fans of Jay, but we know we got to call a spade a spade. Now I got a question for you guys. Strip all the accolades away, everything. We just put the bars on the table. Just the bars on the table. Could arguably be the greatest of all time. If you just put the bars on the table.
As in greatest lyricist?
Lyricist. Do you agree, disagree? How do y'all feel about that? Now, DC, I will ride with you. Now, DC, I will ride with you. I'm repeating that twice. I will put Andre there. I will put 3 Stacks there. Now, but how y'all feel about that? Like that notoriety? Because we talked about M several times where we like, yo, we know he can eat, bro. We know that. It's just the music, the beats, all that other stuff, the gimmicks. It kind of, the black culture, the black community just doesn't get too much behind it. But they do acknowledge the lyrics. But we take all the gimmicks, we take all the stuff away, just straight lyrics. And to what Yayo was saying, is he that guy? How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, I think it's yeah. I'd say yeah. I don't see. I think we got another stipulation. I think we got to say lyricists, like with a certain number of albums, say at least 4 albums, and you had to sell at least 5 million records. And just because, like, somebody could say, "Oh, I know somebody on the block. He can wrap circles around such and such," but nobody's heard him. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to talk about people that's like really out there that the people know. Because one might say Daylight's a better lyricist than Eminem. Some people could say that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know you knew who Daylight was.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all be seeing my recap. I listened to how many artists I listened to last year? 500 artists?
Yeah,
or something
you did.
Like
me.
Nah.
But shout out,
yeah,
though.
I know, but I'll be honest, I don't listen to him a lot, though, Daylight. I mean, Rod. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a super Daylight fan. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do know of him. I know about his pen work.
Yeah, he got a nice pen, bro.
I know more from...
Yeah, he was a battle rapper.
Yeah.
So that's I'm glad you brought up Daylight, though, because the only other person, like I said, 3 Stacks, the only other person I would think of too that I would say, oh, bro, I'll put his pen against his pen.
Yeah, and I would say I got to disqualify Sahai because he hasn't put out enough content.
Boy barred up. That's why I said the lyrics, bro. Like we stripping everything down and we talking about just straight lyrics, bar for bar. That pen is Andre, Sahai. It's Andre, Sahai, and Marshall, bro.
It just depends on what you consider as a lyricist. I think lyrics are
subjective.
Yeah, lyrics are subjective, but there are just his content. It's tough.
All over. Yeah, his content's tough, but
it's tough to. I always recognize M as being one of the best wordsmiths. If you want to consider that a lyricist, yes, I would consider.
Yeah, no doubt.
The way he puts together words, whether it makes sense or not, whether it's influential or not, the way he puts together words, I don't think there's anybody that does it better. Like he can rhyme whatever and make it sound crazy. So I would say so. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, he's up there, man. And he put people on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know we're just talking about, you were talking about just lyricism, T, but I mean, you know,
Drake could take notes for that, but he put
I think
people
Drake,
on.
honestly, bro, I think Drake put people on too. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as on his own label,
yeah, I'm talking about
I
the
don't,
CEO.
yeah, now that I don't, yeah, he's not the best
the
at
CEO
putting out, as promoting his own artists, but as far as the collaborations he's done over the years and putting people on the map,
writing for him.
But I'm
Mike
talking about
gonna put people on
like
that's
with Shady
writing for
and
him.
Aftermath and all of that, bro. Like you said, M did his thing,
Party
bro.
Next Door.
Yeah, M did his thing with Shady, Aftermath. You know, all that movement, man. Putting those guys in positions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta respect that.
But here's
you
know,
don't think
here's
so,
a
right?
little
You don't
twist.
think so?
Here's a twist, though, T.
Yeah.
So M did put these people on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he also, they worked for him. Everybody was under him. So basically, you could just say he was a really good boss. Whereas with Drake, Drake legit just collabed with people. So yeah, he got paid, but it's not like he got paid off of the artist. Like, he did a song with Young Thug.
Right.
I'm sure he got whatever fee for the song, or maybe some royalties off the song, but he's not eating off of all of Young Thug's albums. Whereas with Eminem, it would behoove him to make sure that 50 Cent is successful because he's eating off of all of 50 Cent's albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So one could argue that Drizzy done put more people on because he's like, look, I'm gonna eat off this one song. Everything you do after that is on you. Whereas with M is like, I'm gonna eat off of this and your next 5 albums, and I need half your publishing and royalties. I don't know what they split, so I'm just assuming. I don't know.
I was like, I don't know what the.
But that's pretty standard, though. I mean, like, that's any exec. I mean, you might. It's more so. It's usually just a matter of how big of the percentage he takes. But I don't know any executive that doesn't take any.
Yeah, he took something. He got something.
Otherwise, how you make money? You know what I'm saying? That's where the royalties, publishing, mechanical rights. So you got to get a cut of all that.
Yeah, I respect Marshall. And, you know, as far as him putting people on, that, but with anything, there's mutual interest. Even like you said with Drake, I told you before, there's mutual interest, and it ain't just Drake just doing it for the. He knows something is happening, so let me ride this wave too, while using my star status to make it bigger. He amplifies things. I guess that's the best word to say. He amplifies a lot of the artists that he's collabed with, which is good. You know, would they have blown up to be who they are without him? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But he helped springboard that thing. So I'll give him that credit. But it definitely was mutual interest for him.
Yeah.
Again, Party Next Door would be a bigger artist if.
I do agree. P&D should be bigger.
Yeah.
Those singing Drake songs that all these people love, which is interesting because Drake is not the best singer. I don't know why.
He harmonizes.
Yeah. Barely. But I don't know why the Drake singing, the singing Drake has become such a staple in his career. Like, I don't know.
Money, man. It's cool. It does the biggest numbers.
Like, which is interesting though. Like, because
shout out his engineers. Shout out the engineers.
You would think
sound good.
You would think Party, who I'm not going to disrespect Party can actually sing, you know what I mean? You would think Party, who was helped writing a lot of that stuff, and, you know, I'm not going to say Drake didn't write some of the stuff too. You would think he would be getting a lot of those, or even Division, like a lot of those guys who can actually sing. I don't know, they could have got those same songs and had that OVO sound, and it probably would have sounded better, but hey. Shout out to whatever works, bro.
Yeah.
The world of what is, bro.
P&D was supposed to be The Weeknd. The Weeknd was like, nah. So then Drake went and found P&D.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's where we at, man. That's exactly where we at with it, man. So before we wrap, man, I know we talked about the music, but what about you guys as individuals, man? Us as individuals, man. What are y'all looking forward to in 2025? How you feel, Rod? What are you looking forward to in 2025?
Taking it one day at a time, my man.
That's it, bro. That's it.
24 was a rough year.
I hear you.
At a time.
Man, I hear you, bro. I know for me, obviously 2024, some super dope things, you know what I'm saying, transitioning into the the corporate stuff, man. But did graduate, you know what I'm saying? Share that, graduated. Picked up some more certifications, bro. I'm arming myself. About to be armed and dangerous, bro. You know, with the brain. Keep the brain sharp, quote unquote, the pen sharp. And focus on some next steps, man. Got some things cooking. I'm gonna be like DC, what we always say, man. Got some things cooking. But before it comes out, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you know what happens. But other than that, man. But yeah, same thing, one day at a time, man. I want to focus on, you know what I'm saying, the upbringing of the kids, being a great father, husband. Also taking more time to mentally decompress with myself. You know, we celebrated our 100th episode, man. My wife got me this cool book, man, and like self-healing for Black men. You guys saw it, posted on Facebook. Super dope book, man. It really talk about taking care of yourself, man, like mentally, like taking time to reset yourself, like, you know. And as Black men, they say, you know, we don't talk about those things that much because we just want to take care of the kids, take care of the bills, take care, like, you know what I mean, be everything. But what about being everything for yourself? So it kind of tells you, like, you know, as you're focusing on being everything for others too, man, take the time to be, you know, for yourself, man. So I just cracked that book open, and first 10 pages, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's some stuff that make you think and pause and think about yourself too, man. So it's a dope book. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like a read, like telling somebody's story. It's all about action items for yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's me, 2025.
Yeah, I mean, 2024, man, was a mixed bag. I'll say that it started off great. A lot of promise, a lot of potential. Like you said, I was cooking, and I was cooking. Some dishes didn't quite get all the way plated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I would say first 2 quarters was really good. Fourth quarter was a challenge for sure. And I did feel like I had to kind of dust myself off a little bit, you know, and kind of shake some things off. And like, you know what, 2025 is a new year. I'm not looking back. But I also had some good things, man. My daughter graduated college. That was a great milestone. And she graduated with 0 student debt. Shoot, yeah, man. And I hit a few milestones. But just like anything, you know, you kind of take the good with the bad. And and now as I look into 2025, honestly, I have a lot of the same goals that I had last year. You know, there's some things I hit last year, some things I fell short on, and I almost feel like a rematch. I kind of feel like what's his name? This might not be a good Tyson Fury.
Don't use that one. That's my guy Deontay. Don't use that one.
All right. But yeah, I feel like I need a little rematch, man. I feel like, you know, I had a good fight first time, but I need to kind of get my lick back.
No doubt.
So, you know, you know what, bro? That's what it is, man. 25, I'm getting my get back. That's what it is. I want to get my lick back. 2025.
All right.
Appreciate that, T. I hadn't really thought about it up until now. But
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, 2025, bro. I'm getting my lick back.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? We all probably had a Apollo Creed moment in 2024, but now we about to be Rocky in 2025 on Drago.
That's a better analogy.
Rocky
and Apollo. Yeah.
Don't use Fury though. I love you, Deontay. You know what I'm saying? If anything, before you hang it up, fight Jake Paul. If anything, but other than that,
put that man on his pockets. God, dog.
Like, nah, man. You know, Wilder my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But man, it was time. It's definitely time to hang it up, man. He had a hell of a career, hell of a run, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury, a different dude.
For sure.
With all of that being said, man, I always appreciate y'all, man. We 2025, we gonna, you know, we got our text chain coming. We always got to link up. We gonna have to, you know, link up again like we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Put it on the calendar so our wives don't delete our time. You know what I'm saying? But we link up in fellowship, man, and just sit down and decompress, man. Definitely want to continue to do that too. Yeah, man, that's it, man. So with the playoffs coming up, man, and we got a few minutes. Rod, bro, I know you rolling with the Lions. Like I said, I'm solo on the fence with it, man. I think this might be Lamar's year. I think this one might be Lamar's year, bro.
To win the Super Bowl?
To win the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
I think the missing link was Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But like, to know that like it's 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2, we ain't got pass. We ain't got to just say Lamar, figure it out, throw a cape on. I think like you having somebody like that he might have been like the Rasheed Wallace to use Rod. He might be that beast like Rasheed Wallace when he made that last trade when he came to the Pistons and they just took everything over the top. I think that's what King Henry is to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I think he might be that piece because they're probably gonna play Kansas City, but Kansas City ain't got nobody who wanna get in that man. Now, I don't think a lot of NFL teams ain't got a lot of people want to get in that man way, but I'm talking about Derrick Henry. But I think that might be the little man.
Yeah.
With everybody in the NFC, I think the Lions can get the Super Bowl though. It just makes me nervous, bro. Just makes me nervous. Bro.
You
But
got Baltimore. Be more versus the Lions in February.
Yep, that's me, bro. Baltimore Ravens, Lions, bro. What about you, DC?
You know, man, I honestly haven't really been following the league that closely this year. That's probably part of the mixed bag thing. I spent a lot of time in the office in 2024. Sundays, I spent a lot of Sundays in the office in 2024. So I honestly haven't been that engaged in the league. I mean, what you said sounded pretty good. Well, I would say be more Lions. I'm going to go for Baltimore just because it's nothing against Rod. It's just I do want to see Lamar get his. Yeah.
It sounds like it's just against Rod, bro.
Nah. I mean, everybody want to see Lamar win. You know what I'm saying? So
not everybody.
Well, I think
like, bro, what you talking about?
Well, the culture want to see Lamar win. I think we can agree on that.
Okay, Rod, I already know you got the Lions in the Super Bowl, man. But who you got them lining up against? Ooh, okay, that's a rematch too from the regular season. Okay, all right, I like that, man. Bills, Lions. We both got the Ravens, Lions. We'll see, man. So. But definitely, bro, good always chopping it up with y'all, man. Talking music, talking sports, talking everything, man. And 2025, man, we on the get back. Because Rod always intros his 3 words. I like to end the show with 3 words. Cue the music!